minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Then we will start. So 11:34 sharply in 11:35 we will start. Okay, so guys, we will start. Everybody is listening. My voice is audible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here.
Okay, so yesterday we had completed the concept of if else and if elif else. So the flow control, this topic is going on. So to go to the next point, that is iterative statement. So under iterative statement, the loop concept is coming. So what do you mean by loop? And Python providing two types of loop. One is while loop and another is for loop. Okay. So already regarding while and for loop, I have a video that already I have uploaded in YouTube. So you can go through that video also. After suppose today we will cover in detail, but after that, if any little bit problem if you will face, then you can go through that video also. Okay. So we will start. So what is a loop? When an instruction when an instruction is repeating till a condition is satisfying. Condition is satisfying is known as loop. That means that means the repetition. That means the repetition of an instruction is known as loop. So one instruction will repeat, and that repetition will continue till a condition is satisfied. When the condition when the condition will not satisfy, then the loop will terminate. We will see how an instruction will repeat till a condition is satisfying. So that's why I wrote the repetition of an instruction is known as loop. And when the condition is not satisfying, then the loop will terminate. Python providing two types of two types of loop, like while loop and for loop. So we will see while loop. Okay. So yesterday we saw what there is a general form of if else, or we can say there is a syntax of if else. Similarly, while loop having a syntax, while loop having a general form. So based on general form or based on mechanism, the flow control will be going on, or how the control will treat that we will see. So first of all, we will see the general form or syntax. The general form is while B statement 1, statement 1, statement 2, then statement N, statement N. This is called as loop body. So what is B? B is anything that should be a boolean value, that should be a boolean value, whether it will be true or false. So while something, okay, while something, that something first of all we will evaluate, then after evaluation we will check whether we are getting a boolean value or not. So true, if we will get true, then loop body will execute. Okay, then after execution of loop body, again the control will go to the instruction part. Again the control will go to B. Again it will check. Just to see by taking an example. For example, suppose it will be you will be better clarity. Suppose k equals to 1, while let k is less than 5. Print, okay, print Python. Then k plus equals to 1. Suppose this is my expression, and we will see what is the output. So first of all, you see k equals to 1. That means k is a variable. The value of k is 1. Then one while expression. So first of all, you see while something, so k is less than 5. This is an expression. K equals to 1. 1 is less than 5. You tell condition is true or false. So while something or while b, instead of v, we have written k is less than 5. So first of all, we will evaluate k is less than 5. 1 is less than 5. So true or false?
True.
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 1 is less than 5. That is true. Once condition is becoming true, और टिके जाओ क्लास चलছে 1 is less than 5, condition is becoming true. So once the condition is true, then body will execute. So which is body? Body is two statements. This is the body. One is a print statement, that means output statement, and one is incremental expression k plus equals to 1, that is k equals to k plus 1. Already in operator chapter, that already we have studied, plus equals to, that means compound assignment operator, meaning is k plus equals to 1, that is k equals to k plus 1. So 1 is less than 5, condition is true, body executed. So body is nothing but two statements. One is output statement, Python will print, then k equals to k plus 1, now k equals to 2. So output, so first Python came. Then This is called as one iteration. So you remember, strictly speaking, so once a condition is becoming true, body is executing, that is called as one iteration. Then as per the concept, after executing the body, the control, after executing the body, the control will go to the again instruction section or conditional section. Now, again it will evaluate. Now you say k is less than 5. Then you say what is the value of k? Now what is the value of k?
True.
Guys, 2, latest value of k is 2, k plus equals to 1, k is equal to k plus 1 that have evaluated. So now the value of k is 2. Then we will evaluate. 2 is less than 5. Condition true or false? 2 is less than 5.
True.
True. 2 is less than 5, again condition is true. So if condition is true, again body will execute, then print python, so python came. Now print python, so python came. Then k plus equals to 1, that is k equals to k plus 1, that is 2 plus 1, that is 3. Now after executing the body, then the control will go to the b part. Now again it will evaluate. So second iteration gone. Now k is less than 5. Now the value of k is 3. 3 is less than 5. Again condition is true. Again body will execute. So print python. So python printed. Then k plus equals to 1. K is equal to k plus 1. That is 3 plus 1. That is 4. Now, after executing the body, again the control will go to the instruction part. 4 is less than 5. Again, condition is true. Again, body will execute. That means again Python printed. Now, k plus equals to 1. That is 4. K equals to k plus 1. That is 4 plus 1. That is 5. Now, after executing the body, the control will go to the B part. Now, the value of K is 5. 5 is less than 5, condition is false. So, when the condition is becoming false, okay, so when the condition is becoming false, then the loop will terminate. Okay, so when the condition is becoming false, the loop will terminate. So when loop terminated, so what we got the output? So Python, 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 4 times Python that we got as output. So I hope everybody got clarity. Give a response.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So loop, once a condition is becoming true, body is executing, that is called as one iteration. After executing body, the control is going to the conditional section. Again, conditional section is evaluating. If you are getting it true, again body is executing and it will be continuing. If it is a false, then loop is terminating. Just we'll see, we will go to our environment, Jupyter Notebook environment. See Python while loop, Python while loop. Now I can write k equals to 1 while k is less than 5. Print, print Python. Now k plus equals to 1. Now I will hit. As you see, I got 4 times. But in which way? How the control trait, how the control is understanding, then the control is executing. So clearly, so we knew. Clear? Then we will go to some program. So this part you have written, whatever I have written, I hope everybody is writing. Give a response.
Yes, sir.
So suppose program is, we will go to a program. develop a Python program, develop a Python program to find the reverse reverse of a number. Okay? Suppose this is my program. So first of all, any program is given. So a program is a task. Any problem task is given. First of all, you have to understand what the question is given, what the task is given. You should able to understand first. If you are not able to understand about a task, then you cannot write the code for that. Okay, so question is reverse of a number. So first of all, we will analyze reverse of a number. Reverse. Suppose how many input, how many output. Reverse. Suppose I will take 125 is input. Then output I will get 521. This is reverse. Suppose my task is we will give the input value. We will give the input value through the input device. So the input device means keyboard at the runtime. Any input value at the runtime, if I will take, so what I will get the output, the reverse of that number. So we will see and you will analyze. So reverse of a number means input is one number, output is one number. Then we will see. So first of all, cleared. First of all, you quite understood what is your problem task. My problem task is I will take a input value at the runtime through the input device, means through the keyboard, any number. You are developing an application for testing any number you can give and you can get the output based on the your requirement. So input is one, output is one. So for that we will write the business logic. So when that business logic we will execute, then we will get the output according to the problem task. Okay. So if your requirement is suppose input is one, suppose input variable. Suppose I will take that is n. Number of input, number of output, that is number of variable declaration. Now, I will declare a variable that is n. Suppose n is for I considered input variable. Okay, then my requirement is what? The value of n. The value of n I will take at the runtime. So for that, if this is your requirement, one inbuilt function you have to call. You remember always that is input function. Enter the number. Okay, so remember guys, if your requirement is you will give the input value through the keyboard, then for this you have to call input function. So within input function, we within double quote I wrote enter the number. So whatever you will write enter the number. So when you will what go to for execution, automatically this message will come enter the number. When you will hit run, then message will come enter the number. Okay. Then here another point you remember. One time you listen, very important point, and after that when you will go for developing a program, so anytime you can use this concept. Remember guys one thing, input function. Input function is a such function. Input function is a such function. By default, this function treat every value as a string value. You remember. Again, I am repeating, input function is a such function. Input function by default. Input function by default treat every value as a string value. But here, if I will analyze my question, reverse of a number, definitely I will keep in my mind, I will take an int value. Okay, so input function By default, every value as a string value, this function will treat. But our requirement is what? I will take the int value at the runtime. So what I have to write in this case, so target type you have to specify. So that's why I specified int. So as a result, when the control will check, the control will be sure. This is called typecasting in Python. Target type you are specified. You are specifying. So as a result, when the control will check, the control will be sure. The programmer will take an int value at the runtime. Give a response. I hope
Yes,
everybody
sir.
clarity. Give a response. Give a response.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
If anybody is not understanding, then you tell again, I will repeat. There is no problem. So n is my input variable and the value of n must be an integer value that I specified. Then what I told, first of all, number of input and number of output that you have to specify. Let my output variable in name is rev, suppose. Variable name is user defined, whatever you take, there is no problem. Suppose here in our context, particularly in this context, suppose I will consider let let rev equals to 0. Okay, let the value of a reverse is 0. So maybe you all have aware in standard 8, standard 9, standard 10 mathematics you have written let this is 1. From this line we are starting logic. Similarly, let the value of a reverse is 0. Okay, now logic is nothing but one while loop. While n is not equals to 0. I will explain what I'm writing, how the control will treat. So what I told, logic, business logic is nothing but a simply while loop. The logic that I'm writing, you see, and I will explain and I will show you how the control will understand and how the control will treat. So while n is not equals to 0, then one variable, suppose I am taking norm equals to n modulo 10. Reverse equals to reverse into 10 plus norm, n equals to n by 10. This three statement is the loop body and this is my business logic. Don't worry, I will explain. Now I will come out from the loop. Now I will enter backspace. This is called as indentation. Where is my cursor? Okay, now when I entered backspace, then control came out from the loop. So now I will write output statement because without output statement, output value never coming to the picture. Whatever you have written the business logic, maybe your business logic is perfect, but if you have no output statement, if you have no output statement, output never come to the picture. So it is mandatory that you have to write the output statement. Suppose I will write the reverse. The reverse is within double quote, whatever you write, the reverse is, suppose I will write REV. Suppose that means the value of REV is my output variable. Just to see, I will explain. First of all, we will see. Now I will hit run. Just to see, enter the number. Suppose I will write 123. Enter. Reverse is 321. Suppose I will again hit run. Enter the number 125. Enter, reverse is 521. So any input value, this is my application, this is my program that I wrote. Any input value you will give, then the application will give the reverse of your number. Now we will understand what is my business logic. Business logic is this. Now I will copy and I will paste. So this is my logic. Now, step number one, just to see when you will take the value 125, enter the number, automatically it came, enter the number you have given 125. So when you will give the value 125, this is the value of n. N is my input variable. So this 125 is the value of n. This is the value of n. Okay. So now you tell 125 is not equals to 0. Okay, so as per the loop mechanism, while condition, now we will check, we will evaluate the condition. If condition is becoming true, then loop body will execute. So loop body is nothing but three statements. So you guys, you tell 125 is not equals to 0. Condition is it true or false? As you tell 125 is not equals to 0. Condition is it true or false?
True.
Condition true. So once condition is true, body will execute norm equals to 125 modulo 10. So you tell what is the value of 125 modulo 10. 120 modulo means
5.
total. Modulo is the remainder value, arithmetic operator. 125. So this is the modulo. So 2, 5. So this is the modulo. Modulo is 5. Modulo means remainder value. So 125 modulo 10 equals to, that is 5. Okay. Then reverse equals to reverse into 10. So you will see, first I have taken the value of reverse. First I have taken the value of reverse is 0. Okay, so 0 into 10, reverse equals to reverse into 10, 0 into 10 plus 5. Reverse into 10 plus num value I got 5. So 0 into 10, 0 plus 5 equals to 5. Now n equals to n by 10, 125 by 10. So double slash division maintain for decimal value 125 by 10, that is 12. Quotient value, this is the 125 by 10, this output, 125 modulo 10, this output. So this is first iteration, one iteration. So first our condition became true, 125 is not equals to 0. Body executed, body is nothing but three statement. So we got norm equals to 5, reverse equals to 5, and n equals to 12. Now, so what is the loop mechanism? After executing the body, again the control will go to the B section. So this in step number 2. Step number 2. So you tell n is not equals to 0. Now the value of n is how much? Guys, you tell n is not equals to 0. What is the latest value of n? Guys, you tell.
12.
Arre, what
12.
is the value of n?
12.
What is the value? What is the value of n?
12.
Yes. Latest value of n is 12. 125 is not equal to 0. Condition is true. Body executed. We got the value of norm is 5. The value of reverse is 5. The value of n is 12. So latest value of n is 12. So 12 is not equals to 0. Second condition. Condition is true. 12 is not equals to 0. Condition is true. Again body will execute. Okay, so now again body will execute norm equals to 12 modulo 10, that is 2. 10 के 10, so remainder is 2. Norm equals to 12 modulo 10, that is 2. Reverse equals to, reverse into 10, latest reverse is 5. 5 into 10 plus norm value that I got 2 equals to 52. Then n equals to 12 by 10. 12 by 10 equals to 1. 12 by 10, that is 1. So this is my second iteration. In my second iteration, when the value of n is 12, 12 is not equals to 0, condition is true, again body executed, so I got norm equals to 2, reverse equals to
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
everybody, yes, good. Then we will go to, after execution of body, the control will go to again conditional section. Now, the value of n is how much in step number 3? Step number 3. Okay, so step number 3, you tell what is the value of n?
1.
One.
Now, 1, yes, 1 is not equals to 0. 1 is not equals to 0, condition is true. 1 is not equals to condition is true. Again, body will execute in second iteration. What we got, norm equals to 2, reverse equals to 52, n equals to 1. That we have got. So latest value of n is 1. So as per the loop mechanism, after executing the body, the control will go to the conditional section. Okay, now the latest value of n is 1. So 1 is not equals to 0, again condition is true. Then again body will execute. So what is what, norm equals to 1 modulo 10. 1 modulo 10 is how much? 1 modulo 10. 1 modulo 10. 1 modulo 10. So 1 by 10, that is 0. 1 modulo 10, that is 1. 1 by 10, that is 0. 1 modulo 10, that is 1. So that is 1. 1 modulo 10, that is 1. Then reverse equals to latest reverse. Reverse into 10 plus num. Reverse into 10 plus num. Latest reverse was 52 into 10 plus 1. That is 521. Then n equals to n by 10, 1 by 10, 1 by 10, that is 0. So third iteration, when third time condition became false, third time condition became false, condition became true, body executed, and we got norm equals to 1, reverse equals to 521, and n equals to 0. Now, after executing the body, again the control will go to the B section. Now, the latest value of n is 0. 0 is not equals to 0. 0 is not equals to 0. Condition is false. Okay, so when condition will be false, loop will terminate. Okay, so when a loop terminated, then how much reverse value that I got? 521. So latest reverse value is considering. So the reverse of 125 is 521. My point is, in which way the control trade. This is the way. I hope you write all these things. Give a response.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody are writing.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then you write this point. Clear, clear.
Yes, sir.
Everybody completed writing.
Yes, sir.
Then we will go to the next point. Here, another program that is present in this program. Suppose I will tell develop a Python program to find the reverse of a number and check whether okay the given number whether the number is palindrome or not, whether the number is palindrome or not. So do you know what the meaning of palindrome? Have you listened this term palindrome?
Yes.
So what is the meaning? What is the meaning of palindrome? So what I told, develop a Python. Currently we saw what program for finding the reverse of a number. Then just I added another task. So whether we will check whether that number is palindrome or not. So what do you mean by palindrome? Any guess answer? Palindrome. Palindrome. Suppose 121. Suppose input. Now I will find the reverse. So I will get 121. So I can say it is a palindrome. So what is the meaning of palindrome? Your input value. Okay. If your input value equals to the reverse value. Okay. Input value, your input value equals input value equals should equals to a reverse value. So first of all we will find the reverse. So right, so just I am adding. So what I will add? So many students what they will write, if okay input value double equals to reverse, print reverse is sorry number is palindrome, number is palindrome, else print number is number is not palindrome. So maximum students they will think input variable that we have taken what that is n double equals to reverse. But you see there is a small mistake that I have done knowingly. So can you say where is the mistake? Logic is this. Logic 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 is this. Palindrome means your input value if your input value equals to the reverse value, then the number is palindrome. So where is my small mistake? So can you say where is my small mistake? N is the variable that I have taken as input variable. So that's why I have written n double equals to reverse. But still I am saying small mistake I have done. So where is my small mistake? Any guess?
And atau different times of change होली ना.
Sir, we should put the value of m in another.
So what you are saying means your network problem is going on. Okay, just you say or just you listen. I'm saying now after finding the reverse, after finding the reverse, latest value of n is 0, because suppose I have taken 125, then 125, then